go ahead and bring on the Purdue man himself, the Boilermaker himself, Trey Kaufman. What's up, Trey?
What's going on, Trey?
Yeah, what's up, guys? Thanks for having me.
Absolutely, man. So as we're going to bring up some highlights. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We're all good. So
Yeah.
I really want, there's a lot we got to discuss here. State champs just, less than a week ago. Purdue, there's a lot of stuff we got to discuss. But we're going to back this up all the way back to the last state title game. So you guys win state your sophomore year, in 2019 before COVID, pre-COVID, I should say, before the world went crazy. Just what was that like?
Um, it was a lot different than this recent time. Um, it was one of those things where I don't think we were expected to win. And then it was the first time in school history, so it was almost a shock. So that was a really cool experience for obviously the community and the town.
Absolutely. So the recruit, now we'll jump to a little bit of recruitment too. So recruitment's coming down. You finished your top 5, which had Purdue, of course, where you were headed. IU was a part of it. There was also North Carolina, Virginia, and Indiana State. 3 of those schools, I might add, do not have the coach that recruited you. I think you made the right decision. I gotta say, you went with a clear cut one there too, and you went with one of the decisions that still has a coach.
Right. Yeah. Obviously, I didn't know all those guys would be not there, but at the same time, I was definitely happy with the decision that I made. And I thought it was the right one.
Absolutely. So speaking of, headed up there with you next year, Caleb First, who was at Fort Wayne Blackhawk, he won the 2A state title. You came through right after that and won the 3A state title. What is that like to kind of know that you're going to share the floor with somebody who is, equally as successful or as successful in high school as you were? Is it exciting to get to play with somebody like that?
Oh, for sure, because you know that you have a winner on your team, right? You're obviously you're going to winning culture, winning program, but you're also going in with somebody who's obviously never played on the college level, but played at the highest high school levels for sure. You know,
Yeah. So,
in Indiana basketball.
oh, sorry, but I didn't mean to cut you off. You cut out there for just a second. But looking to when you head to Purdue next year, Purdue already set on ESPN as the 3 seed right now for next season. What does that mean to you to get to play for a program that has the upside that it does at the moment?
Um, I mean, it means a lot. Obviously, you know, as Coach Hoffman always says, potential potential doesn't mean it means what you could be. So obviously, I knew when I selected Purdue that there was going to be a group of guys up there who were very talented and had a very um, winning program, and so I knew we were going to be good. Um, so job to come in there and do whatever I can to help them win and try to I guess find my role in that type of environment.
Yeah, so you speak on winning and stuff. Silver Creek, the area that it's in, of course, Sellersburg, Indiana. There is a lot of shirts right now being made. The brand being tossed around of Titletown. I love that brand because you guys won your second state title. The girls won a state title in basketball. Even the cheerleaders got away with a state title this year. So, what does that mean to be a part of a community that is now known as Titletown?
It's those things where um, obviously I heard the name Town and it's you turn it down just a little bit. Just turn the TV off. Turn the TV off. Um, no, just being a part of something like that is really cool, and I'm glad that I got to chip in. to a program and a town that could do that.
Absolutely. So, we're having one of your teammates on here in a little bit, that being Cooper Jacoby. Now, Cooper finished the state title game with, I believe it was, 18 points and 18 rebounds, wasn't it?
Yes. Yep.
So a really impressive performance. I asked you earlier, joking around, was there anything different in the routine that morning? What did he eat? Something different? What happened? Because he went crazy in that game. Both you guys did. But I mean, 18 rebounds, that's an outrageous stat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's one of those guys. It's I guess it's a little weird for spectators to see, but when you go up against somebody like that and practice against him every day, you know what he's capable of. And he was capable of a game like that. He was bound to have a game like that. So I was super excited for him, and we needed every one of the rebounds that he had for sure to win.
Absolutely. So, Buck, I'm going to toss it to you here for a second. Buck, you
Yeah.
got any questions?
Yeah. So I didn't know anything about the whole title town thing. That is actually pretty cool because Cindy actually went and got us the state championship girls. We picked them up from the girls Tuesday or Wednesday, and we ordered ours this week for the boys. So I'm pretty excited and like about that. But Trey, like what is going on in Indiana right now, and they have a brand new coach. Has that new coach contacted you about maybe trying to pull your commitment from the Purdue and kind of stay closer to home?
Can you repeat the last part of the question?
Yeah, has the Indiana new basketball coach
Mike
contacted
Woodson.
you? Yeah, Mike Woodson contacted you about possibly staying closer to home.
The Indiana coach? No, I mean, um, he hasn't. I guess I'm not sure what the question is. But, yeah, obviously I committed and signed to Purdue, so I. Sorry, I'm having some
Oh yeah,
connection issues here.
it's
It's
definitely
all right, man.
understand, man. Don't worry about that one. Like at all. As we are going to try to get Trey come back here as soon as he can. But Wyatt, let's go ahead and go through some of these highlights. These are some highlights from his AAU days.
Absolutely.
Over here with a pretty it's a pretty stout team there because like I see Cooper over there. I see some guys from Jeff on the team as well. This is Indiana Elite, and these are basically the best of the best players in all the area, and Trey is kind of making them all look kind of silly out there, you know.
Oh yeah, look at that dunk right there. Incredible. He's absolutely an incredible athlete. He had a powerful dunk in the state title game. That was really awesome. Here's we get Trey back here. I'm bringing him on. Oh, I think we lost him again, man. Technology sucks, man. But anyways, yeah, no. Trey's an incredible athlete. He
Yeah.
had a really awesome dunk in the state title game. He drove the baseline, jumped up, and just slammed it home, hammered it. But him and Cooper really just took over that game. Like I said, Cooper had like 18 rebounds, something like that. That has got to be at least not, if not a record, it's got to be top 5 all time in state title game. Rebound records. It has to be.
Yeah.
Because 18, I have never even seen in my life an 18 rebound game.
I mean,
Almost unheard of.
I mean, just like when you guys watch this kid play, like he moves up the court so easily, and then boom, that second gear, he is in the lane. I like at the top of the rim. Looks really, really, really good, really, really solid. But the one thing that I really noticed that he added to his game his senior year was the outside shooting.
Yes.
If you guys look at the NBA right now, everybody's shooting those outside shots, and now Trey has added that to his what you want to call it here, Wyatt, his bag of tricks, right? Like he has that outside game now, and every game I saw him, he at least made 2 or 3 threes like every game. So like it just isn't like a I want to jump out here and maybe shoot one or two and hopefully it goes in. No, he is shooting them, with confidence, with supreme confidence here, and just doing great things. And the Purdue Boilermakers got a steal in recruiting this kid 100. And as we see there, like right there is a three. I mean, that three looks nice and smooth, very, very
Yeah.
solid. I mean, looks great out
Well,
there.
and this was the summer they spent a lot of time there working on it. Here, as we get him back. Trey, can you hear me, buddy?
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
we
you're
go.
really
We
good
got you
now.
now back. Technology stopped kicking all of us, hasn't it? At least for a second, right?
Yes. Yeah. Buck, what
So,
was your question again?
Yeah. So so there is a player here like in our area named names, and he was one time committed to a different college, and then he kind of blew up, and then he ultimately signed with a different college. You have kind of been at the top of your game for the last 3 years here, and getting recruited heavily. Has the Indiana coach contacted you at all, like about possibly pulling your commitment from Purdue and going and staying home at Indiana?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got your question. No, no. He is not. You know, even if he had, it wouldn't make a difference. I love everything that's going on at Purdue, and
Yeah.
for me, I think that was the perfect fit.
Yes. Yeah. So you saw them play this year in the March Madness tournament, and obviously get basically not the result that they were looking for. Um, how do you think you are going to improve on that record in the postseason? Are you going to maybe drive to the basket more? Like how can you improve this team and make a national championship run next year?
Um, I think one of the keys to my game is just how versatile I am.
Yeah.
So whatever the team needs me to do on the floor, I'll be able to do. As far as what happened in the postseason, I think we were, what was it? I think there was some kind of stat. I think we were like the third youngest team, and they were the third oldest team. And watching the game, it seemed like what was the? I forget what team they lost to.
North
But
Texas.
they just seemed so North Texas. They just seemed so. It was different. They're hitting everything, and it
Right.
was just one of those games. So it's like, uh, I think I think all my teammates, I think they have it in them, and so I'm just excited to be a part of it. Um, obviously you can't predict the future, but I would say that that's probably not going to happen again, just with the level of talent that's at Purdue.
So with
And because they got you right.
Well, yeah, I'm never gonna bet against myself.
Exactly. Love
I
it.
love it. So the question I have for you, Trey, with AAU, are you still able to play AAU this summer, or is AAU all over it? Is that like before your senior year is the last year, or do they have one after your senior year? Can you play another season?
So I think you can technically still play. I won't be. I won't be playing. And I don't think any elite does, but especially if you're not signed to a team, there are AAU teams that you can play for, but I will not be. No. I'm just trying to focus on getting my body right and getting my skill set right to get to Purdue as soon as possible and get adjusted.
So the main question that I asked you before you guys played in the state title game, we went bowling that day, which as I found out that you are not only a ping pong extraordinaire but a bowling extraordinaire as well. But what else that I found out? I asked you the question while we were sitting there at the lanes and stuff. Um, do you think that the first state title will mean more to you, or this one? And you said I don't really know. I want to play in the game before I give you the answer to that question. So now I'm going to propose the question to you again. What were the differences in it, and which one meant more to you? Was it more on that first one, or was it you finished off your senior year, your high school career with that state title?
Um, I think the first one, but they were both a lot different. I just think the first one because it was the first time, like I said, in school history that we'd won anything as far as a state championship. We weren't predicted to win. We weren't supposed to win, even though that I believe we had a better team. I think that one just means a little bit more than the other ones, or well, the other one. That being said, I mean the second one, we had to deal with COVID, which everybody had to, but we also had some injuries
injuries on our team, different, lineup changes. We just had a lot going on that was different. So I think the second one was a lot harder. And for that, that's what makes that one so unique and different. And of course, it's the second one. And I think I think we were supposed to win that one as well. So it was just a little different experience from being like an underdog to, I guess, being picked to win per se.
Yeah, so you guys in that state title game, I believe it was a 6 point lead with just about a minute left. And Leo, they were a good team. They refused to give up. You know, was there ever a moment where you got a little worried yourself, like, yeah, this might, this might end wrong, or was there ever a moment where you just got kind of worried about, what all was going on at the time?
Um, Not really. No, I mean we played close games. We played the Connor. That was a super close game. Like I said, both regional games. Obviously the semi-state game wasn't that close, but besides that, I mean, we played a tough one versus North Harrison. So games where I was actually excited, very excited that we won that type of close game, especially against Leo, a team that has a really good player, but also a really good team that's won some close games. So they knew what it took to win. So I think it's kind of cool that we were able to stop them from their comeback, something that they'd been doing the entire state tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, so one thing that I noticed from your game this year versus the years past is like I believe it was sometime during mid-season when you guys were riddled with the injury bug and you had the opportunity to play basically like you had the ball in your hand pretty much all game. Like I don't know if you want to call it a point guard or a two guard, but you were the primary ball handler for your team. With that being said, did you feel comfortable with the ball in your hand, or do you feel more comfortable playing at like a wing?
Um, I think it's both of them. I mean, I don't find there wasn't anything that was, I guess, more comfort. Um, in the team, obviously, we had our guard was out for a portion of it, so I had to get used to that and kind of running the team that way. But I don't think one felt more comfortable than the other one. As long as you have good ball handling skill, know what your coach wants. I mean, executing it pretty easy.
So you are committed to the Purdue. You are going to be playing in a Big 12 team this next season. What is an ideal goal for you for next year?
It's hard to say. As far as me personally, like I said, I just want to go up there and try as hard as I can and learn as much as I can. That's really what I take. I'm not really setting any major goals. But really, I think the sky's the limit with this team. I mean, I think we have enough talent to obviously we're a team and see, anything can happen.
Right. All right. So, why? Any closing thoughts before we let Trey go and enjoy the rest of his night?
Yeah. So, just real quick, what is, I mean, of course, the ultimate goal is to win a national title at Purdue. But if you could kind of give me, three things that are your biggest goals as you head off to college, what are the three goals you have as you get ready to head to Purdue?
As far as like developing as a player, or
No, just anything like
like
accomplishments. Of course, everybody wants, like I
goals
said,
for my
everybody wants to win a national title, but really anything,
player,
just
developing
your
as a
biggest
player.
goals.
Goes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like I said, my main thing is just going there and learning as much as possible from the coaches and the players. And getting, like I said, I try not to be, obviously I'm goal oriented, but I try not to be too goal oriented. As long as with the team and we're making, that's the biggest thing for me.
Absolutely, Trey. Well, we appreciate you being on, taking time out of your very busy schedule. Best of luck to you throughout the rest of the offseason as you get ready to head to Purdue, buddy.
Oh, and as he gets us out of here, before he can say goodbye. But like, so yeah, I mean, like, sometimes just technology on side of things here, it just isn't the best thing, and we were having just a bad connection there. So sorry about like the lag, but Trey is always a great interview, and I always really enjoy talking to him, just because like, so like there are some people that we talk to that are really calm and reserved like on camera, but like off camera they're like really flamboyant and wild and like crazy. Guys, this is who Trey is. Like he is the same off air as he is on air. Like he's just a great
Man Hour Nation. Thank you for checking out that clip. If you're interested in watching the full show, the link is in the description. Click on it, hit that like button, share it with a couple friends, and as always, Man Hour Nation, rise up.